Hey guys, Sean me here to a big shout out to Rugby League Culture Lounge. All the best this year, 2020.
Alright, oh, yeah! Fuck!
Boy, Wynnum, what the heck was that? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the first Rugby League review of 2023. The Wynnum Manly Seagulls up against the Brisbane Broncos. I know it was a bunch of reserve graders, but the Broncos were way too good with a convincing 44 points to 12 win over the Wynnum Manly Seagulls. This game was tough to watch, but it was expected. We all knew this was going to be a fairly big result towards the Broncos. I think we all knew the Broncos were going to win. It was good to see some football, but the Broncos obviously getting the result over the Wynnum Manly Seagulls. Before I get into the review, I want to say hello to everybody that's in the live chat. We're getting a bit of a crowd here. We're getting a bit of a crowd. Hello to National Sports Loaded there. Hello to SS Storm Fan, Jay Evans, Faraz. We got Rishi, Josh Rabideau's 2023. Jason Reader is here. CJ Moxley. We've got Puripi. Everyone's starting to tune in, and it's good to see. We're getting a bit of a crowd for tonight's review between the Wynnum Manly Seagulls and the Brisbane Broncos. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Now, if you're new to this YouTube channel, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 3,000 subscribers. We really want to get there. So if you're new around here, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And I would strongly suggest that you share the content around on social media. Share this video on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever social media platform suits you. It doesn't hurt to share the content around. Really appreciate it as well. All right. We're going to get into this game. The Broncos absolutely demolished the Wynnum Manly Seagulls. This was expected. There were a couple of players that I did pinpoint in this match that I do want to talk about a little bit. All right, now let's rip into the review. If I can get it on my end, I'm just having a few problems here. So the Broncos were very dominant from the get-go. Very dominant. The first try of the game went to that young Tyson Smoothy. He was absolutely outstanding. Smoothy had a blinder of a game at hooker. He proved himself, obviously, against weak competition. But Smoothy did play quite well in this game. He scored the very first try of the game. I thought it was excellent. I really do. He scored the very first try of the game there. There were a couple other tries to Tristan Saylor, tries to a lot of people. I'm just going to get up on the screen here if I can fucking get it. Just having a few problems at the moment, guys, so bear with me. I'm just having a few issues with this stupid thing at the moment. Yeah, so the first try of the game went to Tyson Smith from dummy half. He just found some space there and went over and scored. Then there was a great try there to I think his name was Israel Leota on the wing. He went over for the Broncos, 10-0 after about 8 minutes. And then Dean Mariner, the centre. I think everyone's familiar with Dean Mariner. He played a few games for the Broncos last year. He's more of a depth player for the Broncos. Mariner scored. Broncos up 16-0 after 20 minutes. They were playing it in quarters, which was weird. At the end of the first period there, it was 16-0 Brisbane after 25 minutes. Then there was a try to Ethan Queer Wood. He was the other centre. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce his name properly. Brisbane 20-0 after that. Then there was tries to Johnson. 26-0 Brisbane. Camp Polino, 32-0 Brisbane. And in the second period, it was 32-0. And then there was a try to Tristan Saylor, who went through a gap and scored. It was at 38-0. And then finally, Wynnum got on the board. Wynnum finally on the board. Tried to, what's his name? Cooper, I think it's Cooper Page Wilson. Finally, they're on the board there, the Wynnum Manly Seagulls. And then there was a late try to someone else. And the Broncos got the win, 44 points to 12. Now, I want to talk about a couple of players here that I wrote down on my notes. Me and rugby league YouTuber Hainsey did a preview of this game the other day. And shout out to Hainsey. If you haven't subscribed to his YouTube channel yet, I strongly suggest that you do so. We were talking about Tristan Saylor. We were talking about Smoothie, Dean Mariner. And Smoothie and Saylor were the main ones that we were talking about. And they both played really well. Smoothie at dummy half, I thought he was very good. I thought his service dummy half was very good. I thought it was class. I thought his passing game was very good. Tristan Saylor, very strong at fullback. He's very quick for a fullback as well. Tristan Saylor's got that speed. He's got that agility. He's got a ball-playing ability as well. He can play at 5'8" if need be. Saylor was outstanding this afternoon. Scored that very nice try from that halfback. That halfback for the Broncos, dead set, was like a clone of Jeff Robson. He looked so much. Look, he literally looked like Jeff Robson. Obviously not, but very similar to Jeff Robson, I reckon, by the facial of him. So Saylor and Smoothie were very good for the Broncos. Dean Mariner in the centres did a great job as well. I thought he played terrific. And the other centre here, Ethan Kwa Ward, or how we say, Q Ward. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, so apologies about that. I thought he played well as well. I didn't mind that kid. Did a bit of a job out there in the centres. I thought he was a standout. He was probably one of the better players in the field this afternoon. And this young lock, jersey number 13 with the big hair like Bunty Afoa, Shalom Ofu. From what I understand, he came out of the St. George Illawarra Dragons system and he couldn't crack the top 30. Now, after watching him play today, Shalom Ofu, how has this guy not made the Dragons top 30? Obviously, it's a bit different down there in New South Wales Cup, and maybe he didn't go well with the Dragons players, but Shalom Ofu, he was outstanding. I thought in the middle, he put on some really big hits, made some big carries, ran over a few blokes. He does have a bit of a ball-playing ability about him as well. I reckon if he plays like that all season in the Queensland Cup for the Broncos, I think this Shalom Ofu kid will make his debut this year at some stage. I thought he was very good. I thought he was terrific. I thought he did a great job. This afternoon in the middle, he was probably, in my opinion, one of the best players in the field. Obviously, Smoothie and Saylor probably get the nod for man of the match out of them two. But I reckon this Ofu guy, number 13 for the Broncos, a big afro, he was awesome. I think he might get a call up this year at some stage. Dean Mariner in the centres, again, very good. Ethan Ward, or however you pronounce his last name, Q Ward, very good. Very good performance from him. The Broncos' defence was very good for the whole game too until the last 10 minutes or so. They let the Wynnum Manly Seagulls score 2 late tries, which is something I think the Broncos will be a bit annoyed with. At one point, I thought this is going to be 50-0. But full credit to Wynnum. They got a couple of late tries at the end there, and they did well. They did well. The Broncos were obviously the better side. Wynnum, not good enough. They did some good stuff late in the game, but they just don't have the class. They don't have the quality against the Broncos. And yes, I know it's only a trial. It's only a hit out. Broncos didn't play anyone. Wynnum didn't play anyone either. But that's what it is. It's just a little bit of a head. It's a small head out for both sides. The Broncos played a few young players to try and put some notice on Kevin Walters, put some pressure on some of the other players in that Broncos system. So someone like Tyson Smoothy sending a message to someone like a Billy Walters and a Corey Pakes that he wants that hooker position and he's going to come for it. Someone like Tristan Saylor, he's going to make Reece Walsh earn his spot at fullback, and Saylor, he could be a good 14 for Brisbane as well. So maybe expect him to be knocking on the door, in that Broncos 17. And Dean Mariner, I don't think he gets into the Broncos 17 at all unless there's injuries. So the center position for the Broncos is pretty much safe up there with Staggs and Farnworth. But the Broncos definitely the Broncos definitely had a lot to gain out of this trial, just to get some young kids on notice for some of the older guys that are in the Broncos' best 1-17. So I thought they played really well. And this Shalom Ofu guy, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of him. I'm not sure how consistent he was in the Dragon system. I'm not sure how consistent he was in the New South Wales Cup. But if he plays the way he did it every week today, he'll be knocking on the door of that Broncos team. He might even get a chance during the State of Origin period when guys like Paddy Carrigan and Payne Haas are in the Origin team, and Kurt Capewell. So we'll have to wait and see how they go. As for Wynnum, they didn't really have many familiar players. Gideon Gallimosby played on the wing for Wynnum. He looks like he's put on about 3 or 4. Looks like he's put on about 5 kilos. He's carrying a beanbag, that bloke. I mean, his acceleration at the start is still quick, but defensively, he is a liability, and he looks like he's put on a lot of weight. So Gallimosby needs to drop them kilos, man. I think he's put on way too much weight for a winger. That's just my opinion, anyway. But overall, this game was what we expected. I was very close to picking this right. I said Broncos by 30, I think, in my preview. But Hainsey, I think I said 30-8. It ended up being 44-12, so I wasn't that far away. The margin at the end of this game was 32. I said 22 would be the margin, so I wasn't that far away. But we'll see what happens next week. The Broncos play the Titans next week in their trial, I think next Sunday night, and then they play the Cowboys in the last trial. So we'll see how that goes about for the Broncos and Wynnum. Well, I don't think anyone cares about them now unless you watch Queensland Cup. But, guys, that's going to wrap up the quick review of the Broncos and Wynnum game. Not much to really say, but the Broncos were dominant against Wynnum, as everyone expected. We'll see how the Broncos go in their other trials in the upcoming weeks. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get on. I'm going to get on out of here. Thank you guys for watching the review. If you're new, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Would really appreciate it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the stream. Thanks for watching the review. Broncos, too good for Wynnum, 44-12. And I'll see you guys in the next one.